All right, I'll say, how are you all this evening of your time as you create time to exist?
All right.
Perfect. Great.
Before we begin this interaction this evening of your time, we give you a reminder. Although we have said in the past, we are extraterrestrial in nature, what this does not mean is that we are in any way, shape, or form better than you. From our perspective, we are all equal in the eyes of all that is, and on equal ground. Maybe that our focus is a bit, shall we say, more expanded than yours, but for no other reason other than you have chosen that more focused state of existence. Therefore, there is no qualitative difference in our existence versus your existence. We have told you this many times before for very specific reasons. Primarily, 'tis that you have expressed an interest and excitement of the idea of coming face to face with our civilization, with our respective civilizations. We submit to you that this can and shall take place, not that it has to, does not. 'Tis not a goal of ours, although we do expect such to happen. We will not be disappointed if it does not. However, one of the ideas we wish to again share with you is that although we do view you as equal in validity, you, in a sense, speaking consensually of your energy, do not hold us as equal to you. What we have witnessed and observed within your society is a penchant or a propensity from your end to create an inequality. The form that this inequality does take is your view that we are better than you, more advanced than you are. Although again, our consciousness is less focused and in a sense more expanded, this is only quantity and not in any way, shape, or form quality. Therefore, all levels of existence, all levels of being, all states and planes of mind are equal. We are very really equal to you. And paradoxically, when you are able to see this fact, then we will meet face to face. But until such a time, and while you are viewing us as better than you, you do prevent such an interaction. For we do not desire the type of communication with your civilization that places us up on what you call a pedestal. Do not wish to be worshipped. Do not wish to, in any way, shape, or form, take your power away. Simply that we do desire for you, as we have seen a propensity toward in your society during this transformational age, to take back your power, so that when we do interact with you face to face, we will not be your saviors, for you do not need saving. You are not drowning from our perspective. Therefore, again, you may wish to begin to view the idea of your equality to us, and in action, how this will take place is your willingness to answer, as you say, your own questions. It is very much our joy to share with you within these interactions, the sharing back and forth of information, you asking questions, us answering them, us gleaning information from you. However, we submit that many of the concepts that you do ask us are within your conscious awareness. You do have the answers and do not need an outer validation of these answers. Therefore, the more you are willing to allow yourself to answer your own questions, the closer we do become to being able to interact with you in a more physiologically blatant manner. When again this interaction does take place, if it does, it will not be you asking questions, us teaching you. It will be far more of the idea of sharing, a sharing of information. You sharing your experiences with us sharing ours with you. This allowing both of our respective civilizations to learn that much more about all that is, that much more about what is capable within all that is. These similarities in our society, as well as what you call difference, for you learn by both, realize again one of the strongest similarities between your civilization and our civilization is the fact that we are all on equal ground. Also, a side note, again, which we have spoken to you from time to time about, is the idea of your viewpoint that being spiritual is somewhat of a denial of the physical. This, again, presupposes an inequality which does not empirically exist. For there is nothing any less spiritual about physicality. You have in many of the religions and practices upon your planet stated that in order to achieve a state of spirituality, a state closer to that of your natural spirit, did entail the deprivation of many of your sensual pleasures, many of your sensual experiences. And deprivation has become a very popular manner in your planet for achieving spirituality. It is not that it is not a valid path. It is. It is one of the many ways you may choose to recognize your spirituality. However, what we wish to point out to you is this idea. There is nothing any less spiritual about being physical. You have indeed chosen to be physical, not necessarily to negate that you are physical, but to appreciate that viewpoint within integrity. That being, again, using your excitement to determine your actions, for that is your own specialized, specified way of determining your particular purposes. That is why an idea will excite you and not another. That is what lets you know that in any given situation, the thing which does excite you is most you. So again, we submit to you that you do act upon that which does excite you within the ideas we have discussed of integrity, not the moralistic sense of integrity that you are used to upon your planet, but the idea of the recognition of integration, the recognition that because everything is all one thing, there is no need to separate out ideas from yourself. If in fact you do not prefer an idea, does not make that idea any less equal to the idea you do prefer. Again, equality of all ideas, of all states of being. By allowing yourself to grant validity to viewpoints that you do not agree with, equalizes that idea to that of your idea. And then, when choosing ideas, shall we say, makes it a bit easier to choose that which you prefer. For choosing from equal ideas gives you equal potential to choose any idea. By invalidating a viewpoint or an idea, rather than simply recognizing that you do not prefer it and still granting it validity, you do, in a sense, unequalize that idea, many times doing the opposite of which you do choose to do. That being that you unequalize it, giving it more strength, more power, more ability to manifest in your reality. Therefore, by granting it equality, validity, I see what you are saying. This is a very valid point. However, I do not prefer that point, I still do grant it validity. You allow ideas to become equalized. In the equalization of these ideas again, you do then give yourself, shall we say, the best amount of choices to choose from, and therefore easily manifesting the reality you do prefer and desire. Therefore, the idea of equality that we are speaking of is equality between yourself and all others. Your civilization and our civilization. Your viewpoint and the viewpoint of others. Is this translating adequately into your language so far?
Yes.
Thank you very much. In your willingness to share and appreciate our energy and co-create these interactions with us, we do ask you now, how may we be of service to you? Sharing